Now, on the other note, my dear brothers and sisters, as you may know, next week, Pastor Terry Jones is planning to come to Dearborn. Now, he initially announced that he is planning to protest the Sharia law here before the Islamic Center next Friday at 5 p.m. However, we had a meeting today with the mayor of Dearborn and the chief police and other official and community leaders, in which the mayor indicated that Pastor Jones will not be allowed to protest here before the Islamic Center. He will be asked if he comes to Dearborn. We hope, inshallah, he will change his mind and he will not come to Dearborn. But if he comes to Dearborn, according to the mayor, he will not be allowed to come to the Islamic Center. Rather, he will be directed to go to the City Hall. He can go there, he can chant, he can say whatever he wants, but he is not going, according to the mayor, O'Reilly, he will not be allowed to come to the Islamic Center. He will be directed to go to the City Hall. And inshallah, he will be eventually directed to be going there, and therefore we will not have the problem of dealing with him coming to the Islamic Center. Now, we also discussed today a plan for our community. And the plan involves two events, and I want you to listen to this carefully. There will be two events held here at the Islamic Center on Thursday and on a Friday. On Thursday, we will be having an interfaith gathering at 4 p.m. attended by various leaders, Muslims, Christians, and Jews. The Archbishop of Detroit will be attending that event. Many other interfaith leaders will be attending that event. And of course, our community is invited to attend that event as well at 4 p.m., not Arabic time, but American time. Meaning we will start at 4 p.m. sharp, inshallah. So, I want you to be here when these leaders come. I ask you, wherever you are, please make sure by 4 p.m. you come to the Islamic Center and attend the event at the community center, at the hall of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now, many Christians will be attending this. And I want to, for the record, I have to say, my dear brothers and sisters, since this guy, this lunatic, Terry Jones, announced his plan to come to Dearborn, many Christian leaders and individuals called the Islamic Center. They sent emails, and many of them even took the time to come in person to the Islamic Center to show their solidarity and their support for the Muslim community. Many of them came to the Islamic Center and sent emails telling us that we are abhorred by what this man has been doing. And they utterly condemned his actions. Indeed, today we had a pastor attending the meeting an hour ago who said that Terry Jones does not represent but Terry Jones. He does not represent the Christian community. And that was well said. What we need to do is to make everyone know that this man does not represent our Christian friends. He is someone looking for publicity. And he doesn't care whether publicity comes with a good cost or a bad cost. He doesn't care if he is viewed in negative lights or positive lights, as long as he makes it to the media. Indeed, I want to share with you a letter I received today from a reverend. His name is T.A. Shula, who sent me an email, a letter expressing his deep disappointment about what Terry Jones did. And then he adds this paragraph, I want to share it with you. He says, "It was at this point that I began to study the Quran in somewhat greater depth. I read the passages that relate directly to Jesus. While I am by no means an Islamic scholar, it became apparent to me that there was a tremendous lack of knowledge in the Christian community in this area. Many Christians do not know that the Quran reveres Jesus. They do not know these facts. Many Christians do not know that there is a chapter in the Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala speaks beautifully and eloquently about the miraculous birth of Jesus. Indeed, sometimes I challenge our, in a nice way though, our Christian friends. I tell them, if it was not for the Quran, you Christians, you will never be able to prove that Jesus was born miraculously. You tell me the Bible? There are Christian scholars who say that the Bible could have been tampered with. And plus, the Bible, who believes in Bible? Only Christian people believe in Bible. So how do you Christians prove to me that Jesus was born miraculously? If it was not for the Quran, you guys cannot prove it. It is the Quran that recorded the miraculous birth of Jesus alayhi salam. And it is Muslims who take offense if Jesus is offended. And I say again to my Christian friends, I say here in America where the nation is a predominantly Christians, 80% of Americans are Christians, yet you go to any bookstore, go to Borders or Barnes and Nobles, you will find a book published in America, authored in America, published in America, has the title, this title, Jesus, the illegitimate son of Mary. Now this is blasphemy in Islam. No way in any Muslim country you can find such a book. No way in any Muslim society they would allow publication of such book, because we Muslims do love Jesus and we consider any offense to Jesus to be blasphemy, untolerated sin. So indeed we can even claim, we Muslims, that we are more protective toward Jesus than the Christians themselves. Here in America, you can blast Jesus under the name of freedom of speech. But in Muslim countries, you cannot, no one can do that. Because we have utmost respect for Jesus and love as well. So it is true, what this man is saying in his letter is true, that there is a tremendous lack of knowledge in the American society about how we Muslims view Jesus alayhi salam. And probably because we Muslims don't do our due diligence. We do not reach out to the Christian community to tell them what our holy text says about their prophet. Therefore, my dear brothers and sisters, I wrap up by saying that next Thursday and Friday, here's the plan. On Thursday, we will be meeting here at the Islamic Center at 4 p.m. When? I want to hear you. When? What day? Thursday. Thursday at 4 p.m. we all will be meeting here at the Islamic Center. On a Friday, there will be press conference for the religious leaders in the morning and probably some politicians at 10 a.m. here at the Islamic Center. We will be praying Salat al-Jum'ah. But then there will be another gathering at 5 p.m. when Terry Jones will be shouting and yelling at the City Hall we will be gathering at the Civic Center, and that is located at Michigan Avenue and Greenfield. We will be gathering there, and we will have our own program, away from any violence, away from any agitation. We need to act so responsibly, my dear brothers and sisters. The guy does not care if he is depicted normal or abnormal. The guy doesn't care whatsoever. But we Muslims, we care about our reputation. We don't want anyone to call us terrorist fanatics. We don't want anyone to call us intolerant. We don't want anyone to point out to the Muslims as a bunch of uncivilized people. He can shout all he wants. It doesn't bother us. Let him say whatever he wants. We should not give him so much attention. Rather, we need to focus on our responsibility as law-abiding, peaceful community that has tremendous respect for our fellow citizens and for Jesus alayhi salam. He's trying to say that we're not law-abiding community. Let's show him that we are a law-abiding community. He is telling America that we're here to impose Sharia. Let's tell America that the only rule, the only law that rules in this country is the law of the land, the US Constitution. And in American Muslims execute the law accurately, just as accurately as any other citizen, be it Jewish, Christian, Hindu, atheist, whatever. So let's not give him any excuse, any pretext to defame us, my dear brothers and sisters. Because we care and he does not care. Because we have a mission, a holy mission, and Terry Jones has a filthy mission. And we should not compare ourselves to him. My beloved brothers and sisters, tomorrow, Saturday, will correspond with the martyrdom of Fatima al-Zahra, the daughter, the beloved daughter of our Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. She passed away, according to one of the narrations, on Jamadi 13th, which corresponds by tomorrow. And it will take some time to explain the role Fatima al-Zahra alayhi salam played in our life as Muslims. But I would like to allude one thing, my dear brothers and sisters. One of the names of Fatima al-Zahra is Al-Kawthar. And it is the chapter we all memorize. Chapter Al-Kawthar. Inna a'tainaka Al-Kawthar. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, I have bestowed on you Al-Kawthar. Now many scholars say that Al-Kawthar, it's a pool, belongs to the Holy Prophet, from which he quenches the thirst of the believer in the Day of Judgment. And that's true. There is such pool in the Day of Judgment that belongs to the Prophet. And there are many narrations speak about that pool. However, there are other scholars who say that what's meant by Al-Kawthar is not the pool. Al-Kawthar in Arabic means the abundance. We have given you the abundance. How? What's the application of the abundance for the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Scholars say it's Fatima al-Zahra. Because through Fatima al-Zahra, the Prophet got the abundance. His lineage goes through Fatima al-Zahra. There are thousands of Sayyids and Sharifs and Habibs, and depends where do you live, they name them. People who trace their lineage to the Prophet, but through who? Through Rasulullah, through Fatima al-Zahra. And there is an authentic hadith narrated by both Sunnis and Shias, It says, إن ذرية كل نبي من صلبه إلا أن ذريتي من صلب علي وفاطمة. The offspring of every prophet goes directly through himself. However, my offspring goes through Ali and Fatima alayhim as-salam. And that's true. If you statistically now search for the descendants of the Prophet, you will find them all trace their lineage to the Prophet through Fatima al-Zahra alayhi salam. So she is the abundance. She is the one who carried the natural expansion of the Prophet in the society. She is the one who held his offspring in the community. And she is the one whose Prophet's descendants would take pride by being her children as well. There will be a special commemoration, my dear brothers and sisters, tonight, Friday, tomorrow, Saturday, and on Sunday for the martyrdom of Fatima al-Zahra alayhi salam in English here at the Islamic Center. And the lecturer will be Brother Azhar Nasser, Hajj Azhar Nasser, at 7:30. I encourage you, my dear brothers and sisters, to be here, to show respect to the family of the Prophet by attending this commemoration. اللهم اغفر للمؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات تابع اللهم بيننا وبينهم بالخيرات إنك مجيب الدعوات إنك قاضي الحاجات إنك على كل شيء قدير وإلى أرواح المؤمنين والمؤمنات ولشفاء مرضانا وقضاء حوائجنا نقرأ السورة المباركة الفاتحة. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر.